Hey, everybody, welcome to the SDGB Proton Pack podcast. We haven't done this for probably about a year or so we're back at it again here. Um, we're going to talk about SuperCon that we've got coming up here at the end of the month and a few things that we're doing there. And then we're just going to chit chat and talk about stupid Ghostbuster stuff like we always do. So I'm going to bring in our first guest. Let me add him in here. It's Scott. So what's new with you, Scott? Nothing?
Oh, just nothing. Just a day. It was a long day at work, and now joining the podcast and see what kind of interesting topics.
Mischief we can get into.
What kind of mischief we can get into? Shenanigans.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Well, Bustigans.
Yeah. All right. Let's add in Brian. Hey, it's Brian.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going?
Good. Just chilling. Waiting for Friday to get here.
Right. Friday can't get here soon enough, can it? All right. Let's see. Who do we want to throw in here next? Let's throw Lee in here.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. We got a Brady Bunch thing going on again.
Lee, are you Marsha?
Marsha.
Oh.
I guess that makes you Jan.
I could be. Who's Alice? All right. Alice, what a fine-looking beard you have.
Someone's got to grow it.
Oh. So what's new with you, Lee?
Lots of work. Sales have been good yet at work, which is good. Got a new flight suit that hopefully will be donned at SuperCon this year. So looking forward to that. Yeah, hopefully it looks good.
Awesome. All right. We're going to add Wayne in now. Wayne, our final guest.
Hi.
Hey, Wayne.
So what's new, Wayne?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just work, life in general. Just trying to can have as much fun as possible.
I hear you. Yeah. So this is kind of going to kick off a new little thing we're doing here. Is we're kind of rebranding a little bit, and we're now not really changing the name of the group, but we're gonna kind of have ourselves name the Proton Pack. We're Team Proton Pack. We're all about being a team and just working hard to support charities the best way we can. So if you see Proton Pack, that's what that's all about.
It is, and I can add my thoughts on that. As a Proton Pack, you have all the components, and we're each of the components. We all make the whole thing work like a cyclotron, and we focus on charity.
That's right.
Not on ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just thought we were all a bunch of protons. We just roamed around in a pack, like
we kind of we could do that too.
Positively charged?
We're very positively charged. It's all about positivity.
Yes.
So yeah, we've got obviously we're getting into the busy season. September kicks off the busy part for us with October being Halloween, so there's usually a lot of demand for us to do events and different things. Actually, there's usually too much demand, and there's a lot of things that we just can't do. We just don't have time. But one thing that we always have time for is SuperCon, which is always the last week of September. God, how many years have we been doing SuperCon? This is this?
Well, it's been since day one, so
yeah. Is this 8 or 9 years now?
Yeah, because I think next year they're saying it's going to be their 10th year, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been
So
doing it for a while.
this is year 9.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, we've got we'll have our booth again this year. We are back in the actual convention center and not in the arena, which is good. Um, so we should have a decent space this year. I mean, not that last year was horrible, but I think there was a lot of people that didn't even know we were there. Didn't even know there was stuff in the arena.
Right.
Yeah,
So
we
that
missed you guys.
yeah, absolutely. We miss seeing a lot of people that we normally see that didn't see
Well,
us.
yeah, well, we're in a higher traffic area
Yes.
basically this year, which is more our game.
Yes, absolutely. Um, and don't forget to get your tickets now for SuperCon at supercon.com.
Yes.
Um, also, we this year doing something a little bit different than we normally do. We are sponsoring a guest, and this year we are sponsoring Billy Bryan, who, if you don't know Billy, is the guy who built the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit, and he also wore the suit in the movie. And then he's done special effects in a bunch of different movies, like Men in Black, Dune, a couple other ones that I can't think of right now. But he's done a lot of stuff in Hollywood. He actually has won an Academy Award. It's like a shared Academy Award for special effects. And so I think we probably are the first people to bring a Academy Award winner to SuperCon, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, he's going to be there. Let's see. I think you can get a picture with him. I think it's like 4 o'clock on Friday, Saturday, and like 1 o'clock. Oh, we lost Scott. 1 o'clock on Sunday, and I think it's $30 for a picture with him, and he'll have to do autographs at his booth. And I haven't seen what autographs are, but I'm cheaper than $30, I'm sure. So that'll be pretty cool. And his booth will be right by ours. If you look on the map, we'll be back in our old space there on the west corner at SuperCon, and that's all the celebrities are in that general area. So if you find the celebrities, you'll find us at SuperCon.
That's because we're local celebrities ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we've got SuperCon coming up. We've got some stuff coming up in October. Some stuff that we haven't announced yet. We will be doing Zombie Walk again, which we haven't done for a few years. So we're gonna jump back into that and do that again. Let's see what else. Yeah, just a couple other things that we'll be doing that we haven't announced yet, and that'll pretty much fill out the month of October. So yeah.
Yeah, the busy busy season's coming up.
Yep, exactly. So what are your guys' thoughts on SuperCon? How's it look this year as far as the guests and
I'm excited that there's some returning ones that have come for pretty much every year. Artists and authors and whatnot. You kind of get to know them over the years too, so it's kind of nice to see them come back. So
yeah.
Commiserate again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
It's nice. SuperCon is one of those conventions that has like the roots of a very small con, and I like that about it. You can go down to the hotel bar and after the con that night, and there's a lot of the guests that are there sitting having a drink. So I mean, like that's kind of fun, kind of cool. I've gotten to talk to more people after the con at the hotel than I ever have at the convention while it's going on itself.
Mhm.
Not only that, but what I like about it is that you show up, you have fun, but all the money, part of all the money
Right.
you spend for admission goes to charity such as Make a Wish, and
Right.
there's like a list that's like a foot long that they donate money to.
Right. Yep. Yeah, and and all that stays as local as possible. And we like supporting SuperCon. We've supported them for years, and we'll continue to support them as long as we possibly can. I think we built a good relationship with them over the years. So
Definitely.
Along with that, earlier this year, of course, we did Voices Against
we
Cancer.
did Voices Against Cancer. Yep, we had a booth there at Voices Against Cancer. Yeah, that's a very different convention. I mean,
Yes.
equally like it. It's just that it's more autograph and picture driven convention.
Hmm.
That the people are there to get autographs and pictures, more than anything. I mean, you see people with carts and wagons full of things to get autographed.
Interesting enough, just kind of an observation is, like us, I mean, we're a fan of Ghostbusters, really big fans of Ghostbusters. We
Right.
also have other fandoms we're fans of, but kind of interesting is that 2024, the three living main cast members of the original Star Trek series, are all visiting South Dakota at one point or another.
I know, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
because George Takei was at Voices Against Cancer. Walter Koenig's going to be at SuperCon. And I'd have to look it up on the internet again, but William Shatner is
Yeah.
going to be a guest speaker at an event in October.
Yeah, it's like a police charity, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just kind of interesting.
Well, he kind of did play a cop.
Yeah, he was I
TJ
don't know why.
Hooker.
Yeah, TJ Hooker. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of it.
Yeah. So, but
you don't. So I remember Heather Locklear off of there for I don't know why.
But no, I mean, we've had a lot going on this year. I mean, we've at least had one event until last month and this month, but which is okay because we had at least one event, if not multiple events. The first few months here, it's kind of nice to have
Yes.
kind of a little quiet time, in August to get ready for SuperCon because.
Yeah.
As much fun as that is, and you always have way too much fun that you probably should, it just, you use up, you just save up your energy just because you're going to need it.
Oh yeah. I mean, the whole month of September is I'm trying to figure out what I need to bring. What stuff we're going to have on display, how our booth is going to be set up. I mean, we have more things that we could bring than we have room for every year. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff that like I'm just like I don't have room to bring this, or it's just transporting it to Sioux Falls and
Ran out of room in the vehicle.
yeah, there's just not enough room in the vehicle. Yeah, I've seriously thought about renting a U-Haul for the weekend, but then I'm like, well, if I did that, then I probably couldn't fit this all in the booth anyway. Because once you add a car into your booth space and a couple tables, you pretty much used up your whole space. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, and when all I have is a Toyota Camry.
Right. Exactly.
It was amazing I could find room for 2 Proton packs in it that one year.
Speaking of that, have any of you heard when the 2 in the Box set is supposed to come out? I thought it was supposed to be like September, but I have heard absolutely nothing.
A lot of stuff I've been hearing is like November, December.
Oh, wow.
I thought the original goal is November, December this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of shooting over that close to Christmas thing, right?
Yeah. So late fall, early winter. So yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've seen some videos floating around the internet. They were at some toy show here a month or so ago, and it looked pretty good. I was pretty impressed with it. Yeah, I think it'll be a really cool prop, and I probably won't take it out of the box, but
Speaking of props, I'm gonna give props to John Runyon and crew, Bamboo Studios. Check out their
absolutely.
stuff. They will be at SuperCon, and this cover is a variant one. Happened to be one that this is a gift to Noah, so this is going to be Noah's copy, but it was all autographed by the whole team and the artist even. Yeah, so check it out.
Give a shout out to John. He's always a good supporter of our group.
John Runyon.
I'm sure he's not watching.
Bamboo Studios.
But if
he's busy.
But if anybody sees him, let him know that we gave him a shout out.
All right.
I just have to go up the street.
yeah, just a couple doors down.
Yeah, just yell out your door. Give him that's a literal shout.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't have much of a plan for how this was going to go. I just knew we were going to talk about SuperCon, and then we were just going to shoot the shit for a little while.
Yeah. But no, I am actually looking forward to SuperCon. Definitely, I know with every year it's like, no, I'm not going to spend as much money, and somehow I always spend more money than I planned.
Oh yeah, that's how it always goes.
But yeah. But then there's October, which I know there are always, be pop-up events, and just due to my distance, unfortunately, from everyone else and where all the events are, I got to pick and choose.
Yeah, that's always hard. We got a cat. Making an appearance.
Samuel, or just Sam.
He's almost a tuxedo cat.
He is a tuxedo.
Don't eat him.
He is a tuxedo. Like all his white is basically like, his black comes to the center, like he's got single button, and then he's got his spats, the little white coverings on the shoes, and and then he has his spats where he's just pure insanity.
Much like us.
Yes, we're pure insanity.
So Brandon,
yes.
One thing about SuperCon, we also have you have a surprise for everybody.
Still. I do. Thanks for bringing that up. I do. There is a surprise I've been keeping under wraps for about, I don't know. Let's see.
At least a couple months.
So are we calling it a surprise or a special guest, or is this an unveil? I want to make
this is an unveiling.
Yeah, more like an unveiling surprise.
I have an inside track, but I'm sworn to secrecy.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretending like I was sworn to secrecy, and I don't think I know what it is. What is this thing that we're talking about?
Well, I can't tell anybody. But
you'd have to kill us.
I'd have to kill you. Yeah. No, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. You guys are all going to you're gonna crap your pants, and you're gonna be like, you
guys are gonna need a new flight suit.
Yeah. You're gonna be like,
sorry, Lee, but you're gonna need a new one.
Darn it!
I'll wear my dark blue one.
Oh, he was smart.
I'll bring my brown one.
He was smart. He wore his brown pants.
So it's gonna be then. So it's actually going to be a special guest in a sense, right?
In a sense, it is. Yes. It's
at the booth.
At the booth. Yep.
So people are going to have to come to the booth and check it out.
Yep, you're going to have to come to our booth and check it out. You aren't going to want to miss it. No. And it kind of has.
I don't want to miss it. I don't even know what it is, and I don't want to miss it.
Right?
It's a mystery that we've been alluding to for a while, and it's going to answer a question that quite often we're asked the last few years, and so yeah.
Yes, we all wear clothes underneath our togas.
Right.
Yeah, we're
And
not.
the hoses have more function than just being on the front of our pants. I mean, they're
Right.
Why do you think they're stained yellow?
Yeah.
Well, they got new ones in Ghostbusters too because they're clear.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
they got cleaner.
Oh, yeah,
Hygiene
yeah,
became
yeah.
more important on the
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Well, they
Mhm.
they scrubbed out the hoses. They yeah. I do see we actually do have some viewers,
Ooh.
and so shout out in the comments. We'll give you a shout out here.
Yeah, all two of you.
Yeah, well, there's three. There's
Ooh,
three,
my gosh.
Ooh.
and one of them is probably my wife.
We're one away from a cult following.
Maybe it's Steve. Oh,
Steve.
it's Eldon DeGroot. We know him.
Yes. Eldon, welcome.
Oh,
Hi.
welcome.
Welcome.
Are you planning on attending SuperCon, Eldon? We'll give him a second. There's probably a delay. Did you get the full size Slimer? No, we did not get the full size Slimer. I did not have the funds at the time to get the full size Slimer. I wanted to get the full size Slimer.
Well, Lee's a full size Slimer.
Yeah. Lee dresses as the full size Slimer.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't John Belushi also Slimer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a lot of people know that.
And he was very hairy.
John Belushi is
And Lee
Slimer is a busted tribute to John Belushi. And
I was gonna say Slimer usually has some pretty hairy legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, Eldon. The little kids are a bit of a nightmare there. I can imagine. Yeah,
But
sticky
they
fingers.
are a necessity for
Yep.
the event.
They are. Let kids be kids. Bring the kids down.
Yeah.
Have them look at everything and
Make sure their hands are clean before they start touching stuff.
yeah.
well,
Hey,
they're kids.
Yeah,
It's
it's
every-
true.
you know.
It's true.
just be grateful that we're not handing out slime this year, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that is the problem. They want you to buy everything, and I bet if there were some good Ghostbuster collectibles there, you would buy them for the kids, not for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it should be. Oh, my 3-year-old will slime you. Oh well.
Yeah.
No, so what you're saying is wear the rain gear that they wore down into the subway. Got it.
Yeah.
So we are going to be taking samples.
That's called. I think that's an RSV test, but
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you done this before? Well, once on a chimp. Oh. But yeah, if you get a chance, if you can find a babysitter for the weekend, take an hour, take a couple hours, come out to SuperCon, meet Billy Bryan, get his autograph, get a picture with him. Come to our
come
booth.
see the special surprise that
Come see the special
I-
surprise. Come to our booth. Come hang out with us.
Mhm.
Get your picture taken with us.
Yeah, we should. As long as we got room, we'll have Vigo up. It looks like we've got a new thing that we're trying this year, and that is we're gonna have like a little section that we're gonna call Raise a Cult, and it just is gonna be like a shelf with just oddities and weird stuff, just stuff that would be in Raise the Cult would be just kind of something fun to do.
Spooky stuff, spooky
stuff. Yeah.
things that are ghostly and
Ghostly,
paranormal,
haunted things, and yeah, that should be.
Yeah. Lee's underwear's on there, so I mean, we just gotta
Hey, don't we also have like a small little, cutout from like Beetlejuice's, white and black striped suit?
A few strands of his hair.
Yeah. Dirt from a graveyard.
Dirt farmer.
Yeah, dirt farmer dirt. No, we've got some stuff that I was just looking over at the shelf now that I've got set up. That it should be pretty cool. And then too, not only that is that we will have on sale. Last year we had some Ghostbuster merch. We've got some key rings with our logo on it that we'll be selling, and we'll be selling our patches. We'll have some of our patches on hand to sell, and we will have some nice Ghostbuster earrings for the ladies, or guys if you got your ears pierced.
And before you come to SuperCon, you need to watch all the actual Ghostbusters or even the real Ghostbusters just to get yourself in the mood for Ghostbusters. And because they're October, they're holidays, they are the Ghostbusters.
And maybe if you come to our booth, you might even catch one of the movies playing.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Saturday morning cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something else we show on our vintage 1984 wood grain TV. Is we'll have Ghostbuster cartoons. We're gonna have it set up like a Saturday morning, and then we're gonna show maybe even Frozen Empire on the TV. And two, Amy just got in the chat and said that too. We've got Stay Puft pillows, which would be perfect to get Billy to sign.
Yes.
So yeah, we've got that because I've been carrying those around for years, and I would love to get rid of them. So we'll cut you a good deal on some Stay Puft pillows.
It was pretty good all up that selling point all the way up to the end there.
It was.
But they're still brand new. They're new old stock. We got to clear
new old
that
stock. That's right. They're new old stock.
They're not just these pillows.
Yeah, they're not off of the couch.
They are haunted though. They're new old stock haunted.
Haunted, authentic haunted, very very scary pillows. Yeah.
See, I have. This is one of the Hasbro reproductions. I have an original Kenner Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that looks like this. He's not as white. He's a little dingy after all these years. But that's why I plan to have Billy. That's why I'm leaning toward to have Billy sign because, just for the sentimental reasons.
Right.
And yes, I do have two of the reproductions.
Well, you gotta have one. You gotta have one to open and one to leave in the package.
Yes.
Yep. I've got the Hasbro Proton pack still in the box because I figure after a few more years that's gonna be like triple the value. I haven't checked the prices on eBay, but I know last time I looked, I think in the box we're going for pretty good money. I think.
Well, sorry, but I purchased mine as to have as a secondary one.
Yeah, a backup pack.
Yeah, because it's only half the weight of my other one.
Right.
But yeah, but the other one just has so much, more well, I said this earlier, but sentimental. Yes, I get very sentimental about stuff.
Yeah, it's no, that's the whole thing with Ghostbusters. I think it's sentimental for all of us. I think all of us have some
Mhm.
connection to it. We are all about the same age. Um, I'm I'm 45. Brian, you're you're 45.
45.
You're 45. Lee, you're
45.
45. Scott's a little bit older, and Wayne is a little bit younger.
Yeah, about 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
So,
we're all of that age that it was just the right age to see that movie, and yeah, have very fond memories of the movie, fond memories of the cartoon, fond memories. I was lucky enough to be a kid that had the Kenner Proton pack and trap. Um, you know, riding my bike around, pretending to be a Ghostbuster. I mean, was my childhood.
But its appeal is just multi-generational though.
Oh yeah,
It's,
it is.
it's so classic though.
mhm.
I was just
It's
thinking,
it's true classic
yes.
Ghostbusters.
I was just thinking of like some other stuff that I remember from growing up that was Ghostbusters related. There was like an old record player that there was like some books that came with like the really flimsy records you could put
Yes,
onto.
yes.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember having one of those growing up. I think I had a ViewMaster reel that had
Yep.
Ghostbusters stuff on it too.
I have the ViewMaster real Ghostbuster reels. Actually have a book instead of a flimsy record. It's a cassette tape. You know, and those read along things.
Does it have that horrible Ghostbusters song on it?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I don't have it on my computer, or I would play it, but it is like the worst Ghostbusters song ever. I'll have to make a video just using it because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. But no, but yes, you guys remember seeing the movie. I was 6 months old when the movie came out.
What? Your parents didn't take you to see it?
I was so young I don't remember if they did or not. But yes, I definitely grew up on the real Ghostbusters cartoons.
Yes. Yep, absolutely.
Which 3 year of Voices Against Cancer, Frank Welker was there, and my box set is autographed
Nice.
by Ray Stantz himself.
So yeah, for me, it would be if I had anything Megatron related.
Yeah.
But that's another fandom that a lot of us are that grew up with as well.
Yep. Eldon said he's going to start watching his Real Ghostbusters complete collection with his kids, and he said he was born in '82, so he watched Ghostbusters on TV as a kid. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I would have been, because I was born in '79, so I would have been 5-ish when it came out, and I remember parts of it, but like I don't remember like the whole experience of going to the theater. But I remember going to the theater, but I don't remember like I've seen it so many times. I mean, I probably literally seen it. I don't know about I probably seen the movie 1,000 times. I wouldn't doubt. But yeah, like Ghostbusters is near and dear to my heart, and that's why we started the whole charity thing. Is that I thought what a good way to support charities that need help and
officially franchised.
And officially franchised. We are official franchise. Yeah, we are a Ghost Corp franchise. That's right.
That's not a common. That's a rare thing these days.
That's getting more rare and rare. Yeah, there was a lot of groups in 2016 that did get Ghost Corp franchise affiliated, and then a lot of those have gone to the wayside. So, and that's not something that you can just go out and get anymore.
No.
Yeah,
because they don't do that anymore.
they don't do that anymore. Yeah, we've got the signed certificate from Ivan Reitman, which is very cool since Ivan has since passed away. So,
Do we display that ever? We should.
I used to. Hey, it's Becky in the background.
Hi, Becky.
She's getting the cat some more food.
But yeah, we've got.
We got Rick.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah,
to be honest,
gatekeeper and keymaster innuendo.
I think when we were that age, it all went, over our heads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
100%. Yeah, I
At
very
a
much
young
went
age,
over
you
it.
don't think of that kind of stuff.
No.
And now as adults, we're like, oh yeah.
Well, when we were that age, the only thing I remember, watching the cartoons, watching the series, watching the movies was like, ooh, proton pack, shiny,
Right.
laser beam.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a gal covered in soap bubbles
Yeah. That too.
and all that marshmallow shaving cream getting dumped on everybody.
So what you should do is for Ghostbusters 2, they actually made it a lot more kid friendly.
Right.
So so I'd say for a 6 and 9-year-old, start them off with Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then when they're older, it'll be like the prequel.
Right. There you go. It's the Ghostbusters 2 prequel.
Eldon was just asking if there's anywhere to watch a TV version that probably has some stuff edited out.
Unfortunately, I mean, TV has gotten a little bit more loose with than what they were back in the 80s. And the only way you could get a TV version was when they did that extremely limited run of the Ultimate Collection.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm thinking if Bob's Burgers, I think, is a little bit more extreme even than the first Ghostbusters.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if there's I don't know. I was thinking like Pluto or somewhere like that might have.
Well, maybe YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube might.
Because
Maybe.
Sony's been doing official releases on YouTube, like with Real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters. They may have slipped the TV-friendly version of Ghostbusters up there.
yeah, like watching Pineapple Express. Yeah, that's right.
Snakes on a plane.
That guy is a casserole.
Yeah.
You barfed in my printer.
But kind of on that subject, I mean, if you've ever, since I do have the entire Real Ghostbusters series, and I've sat down and watched through the entire thing, the first 2 seasons, there were actually some adult innuendos in there.
That is actually true. There is some innuendos. I've been watching. MeTV has a cartoon network now, and they show Real Ghostbusters in like 6 in the morning. And so I'm not awake at 6 in the morning, but I record them so I can watch them later. And I go back and see some of these, and I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that they could get away with that.
Well, and that's just it, is that also, they weren't afraid to actually scare kids.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because
there's some scary episodes of the Real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Boogeyman.
Oh, yeah, the Boogeyman. I was scared to death of the Grundle.
Shakey's Pizza was scary. Chuck E. Cheese, the original Chuck E. Cheese was scary.
In the 80s, everything was scary.
And the gremlin,
Yes,
the grimace from McDonald's and the hamburger.
Yeah.
There was.
Right, guys.
The thing about it is I was watching. I think it was one of the special features on the 2016 Ghostbusters. Well, I'm not going to get into why it's not my favorite, except for
it's had to go there.
But no, it just was not my kind of sense of humor. I like the more dry, sarcastic wit. That was my major complaints. So it was mainly the humor. But they actually based those floats off of real Thanksgiving Day parade floats, and they really did not modify them really much.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, yep. I've always tried to wonder why they haven't made a Stay Puft, balloon for the Macy's Day Parade. I just cannot get over all these years.
Right.
Like this is the 40th anniversary. This would be the year to do it. I'm like, why has no one made a Stay Puft? Like that would be like the biggest thing in New York to have Stay Puft come down in the Macy's Day Parade.
Right.
It'd be so awesome.
And then with a bunch of Ghostbusters underneath it.
Right, with a bunch of
Yeah.
Ghostbusters underneath.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Just make sure it doesn't step on any churches.
Yeah.
Sony
Right.
Pictures, if you are watching,
Yeah.
make
Rick.
this happen.
Yes.
Rick
Come on,
says
Ghost Corp.
licensing fees.
Licensing fees. Well, Sony's got deep pockets, right?
Exactly.
I mean, they're trying to compete.
Yeah, they
with
are.
Disney. They've got like what? Don't they got like Spider-Man money from
Well,
Spider-Man 3
that-
or something?
That, and I think they shared with Deadpool Wolverine in some
Right,
rights
that's
there.
right. Yeah, they probably have some rights with that. So yeah, they
They got enough to make a balloon.
Yeah. I mean, Ravens in Sioux Falls will make the balloon. I guess maybe we should just use our connections and be like, come on, Ravens, let's make some Ghostbuster Stay Puft balloons for the parade.
Right.
They'll be this big, but hey,
Yeah.
it'll get something started at least.
Oh. Maybe it'll scare little kids who saw Ghostbusters. Well, that's the point. We want to scare little kids. Like that's half the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, kids come to us all the time and ask, ghosts real? And, our answer always is, yes, of course they are. I think they're expecting us to say, no, they're not real.
No. I always tell them, I mean, there's the one right behind you.
Yeah. Isn't that your dead grandmother right behind you?
Here. Or if you're like me and have, a PKE meter that's, like the Matty Collector one, it's like, here, just let me do a quick reading here. And, because it's amazing what you can get away with, because I was just, playing around with it. And I just, it has the buttons. That's easy enough to kind of hide, when you move your thumb or something, just press a little button. But also when you have the dial to increase the,
Yeah.
beeping, it's like they're distracted by the lights and the movement that they don't notice that you're increasing the speed of the lights and the beeping.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yes. So
You've got a ton of feedback on your mic.
Who's?
On Wayne's. I can hear us talking through it. But it's not horrible. It's not like when Scott was coming in and it was like real bad.
No, I don't think it's Wayne.
That was intentional.
Hmm.
Mine was intentional. Like rock bands, they do that feedback thing.
Oh yeah.
Put their guitars in.
They get up on stage and somebody's like, test 1 2 test
Well,
test.
No, I'm just saying when they take their guitar and they head up to the amp with
Oh,
it,
sure.
like Eddie Van Halen and
there you go.
AC/DC's Young.
Well, we have those Ghostbuster groupies too.
Angus Young.
At every convention, we attract the groupies. Oh, but yeah, like I said before, we got SuperCon coming up. We're all very excited for that. We're just kind of trying, like I said, this new thing, kind of the Proton pack. Really emphasizing team and teamwork, and we've just we just want to be out there and help as many charities as we possibly can. And I mean, there's so much more that we'd like to do, and we'll continue to try to do.
And we're hiring.
And we're hiring.
Yes.
We're always
right.
hiring.
Yes.
I mean, we're getting kind of oldish.
We are.
And so we're always looking for new faces, new ideas.
I think Bill Murray's got us by quite a bit.
True, but that's why I say old-ish.
Oldish. Well, and two, I've let's see, what's the thing? Did the first film have any fans? Or no, there was no fans in the first movie. They thought they didn't even know it was going to do very well.
And that's why the merchandise was so.
Yeah, there was no. Yeah, it was kind of like Star Wars, where there wasn't much merchandising because they didn't know that it was going to connect with people, and especially kids. They didn't know that kids were going to like it as much as they did.
Yeah, merchandising didn't happen until the cartoon.
Right. It's because I think if you look on it, it's like, is it like 86? I think is the year that they're on those.
They still have the copyright of 1984 because
they do. That's right.
Yeah, was officially copyright had its copyright, but the real Ghostbusters was 1986.
Yeah.
And I think once they realized, that there is going to be a lot of people wanting more, then they started, doing a little more fan service, like you're talking about merchandising. Like, I mean, they branched out. I mean, Hardy's had the little noisemaker things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was
and like Ghostbusters 2 really was the whole movie was fan service. I mean, the whole reason the slime was pink was because pink was the best-selling color of slime, and so they're like, well, let's make pink slime in the movie because it's a good seller. Now there's dead silence.
Well, we're thinking.
Yeah, but no, I mean, let's see.
Because I mean, really, the when they first spun that out of, the very first one, it was like really like SNL doing a movie.
Yeah.
Basically. So I mean, and SNL wasn't something that was thought of as the kids. It was a late night,
Right.
And a lot of the people that were in there were the more late night popular.
Right. I remember enough that like the whole reason we went to Ghostbusters, it wasn't because I wanted to see it. It was because my mom wanted to see Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd because they were in SNL. I mean, it was sold as an SNL movie with former SNL cast members. That was the whole thing. Yeah.
Because they were going to write.
And they didn't make any SNL toys either.
Right. It was written. It was written for Belushi originally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Venkman.
Who is also another SNL cast member.
Who was? Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I think you hear the stories. It was like I forget how far in production, and it was like it kind of clicked. They realized, hey, this is actually going to be something big.
Yeah.
Or they were just drunk.
Conventions.
He did one a couple years ago, but I don't think he's actively doing them. Yeah, he did one, and then he got beat up on the streets of New York, and I think he went back in hiding.
I think the first other time that he's been kind of like on about is he did a commercial for Mint with Ryan Reynolds, but otherwise he's kept himself, which I mean that's perfectly fine.
Well, which I understand the reasons he did it is more or less because unfortunately his wife passed away and he had to take care of his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Eldon Winston was written for Eddie Murphy.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
and that the original script had a much bigger part for Winston, and they had sold Ernie Hudson on that part, and then when he got there to film, he was like, "What the heck? They made this part way smaller because they, of course, he wasn't Eddie Murphy, so they gave all the best lines to Bill Murray, I guess, is what I had heard."
Mhm.
It definitely would have been different had it been basically all SNL.
Oh yeah, very much.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, that this thing is probably we wouldn't be talking about it here 40 years later.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because Chevy Chase had all his he had a lot of stuff going on movie wise during that same time period.
Yeah, there's actually pictures of him on set with them.
Yeah. I mean, the Ray Parker Jr. shows like a lot of the, John Candy and
Right.
Yeah.
Ray Parker, Paul Simon and some different people
Yeah.
that
Let's
I
see.
think were eventually slotted to maybe do cameos or something, but
Right, yeah.
They
In
made
the
the
music
video.
yeah. Yep, there was a lot of cameos in that well, the part that Rick Moranis had gotten was, originally given to John Candy, and he wanted to do some weird stuff with it. And they're like, no, we don't want to do that. So
And then John Candy recommended Rick Moranis.
yeah, yep. Which I mean, if you look at it too, this is an SNL SCTV movie.
Right, because SCTV had both Candy and
Moranis.
it was John Levy too, right?
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah,
Excuse me, Eugene Levy, John Candy, and Rick Moranis.
yeah. Classic.
Well, even Harold Ramis was on the SCTV.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah. The Second City cast.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've touched base on pretty much everything. I don't think we have too much more to talk about. Maybe in a week or two, maybe before SuperCon. We don't have much time left. I think we're down to like, what is it? Well, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Come see us at SuperCon.
Yeah, come see us at SuperCon.
Yeah.
And one more time for John Runyon, Bamboo Studio, Dottie #1, Dottie's Diner. Pretty cool stuff. We'll get it in there.
There, get the center in the frame.
I mean, this is a variant, but there's like 3 different variants, and the artists all be at SuperCon as well, signing, and the writers and the whole group that put this together. But it's beautifully done. So, shout out to John one more time.
Awesome. Yeah, and two, like at 8 o'clock, same time, we premiered a new video on our Facebook page. So if you see that, check that out, Team Proton Pack. And we will be making new content, new videos, pictures, all that fun stuff as we get together for SuperCon and just promote ourselves like we usually do.
And all for a good cause.
And all for a good cause.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we do this anyway, is to promote charities and raise funds for these charities. And yeah, we're just going to continue to do that and continue to support as many charities as we can. So I'm going to kick you guys out, and I will see you guys in person in a few weeks if I don't see you sooner.
Sure.
And yeah, I got a few other things to say here before I go. And
who are you gonna call?
Who are you gonna call? That's right.
Us.
Somebody.
Someone.
All right. Now it's just me. Now I'm gonna close me out here. I got a couple videos that I want to show quick. Just like, follow, and subscribe to us on all our social media. And I will possibly see you guys in another week or so. If not, we'll see you at SuperCon. have a great rest of your week.